Hello, we're team number three, and our final project proposal it's the migration statistics dashboard. So here we have the table of content. At first, we have the team members, then the justification, the project objectives, the functionalities and end users, the initial mockups, and the development methodology. So the team members are Pedro Elidio Soria Gonzalez as the product owner and backend development. Then we have David Fernando Lopez Alanis as the scrum master and data analyst. Then we have Camilo Limones Olivares as the front end developer. And me, Alberto Reina Ramirez, as the UX UI designer and quality assurance.
Okay, so today I want to introduce you to the Migration Statistics Dashboard. This is a project developed to address the need for a clear and accessible way to analyze data on Swedish migration. Migration is a complex issue with significant impacts on a country's economy, demographics, and politics. Understanding these patterns can be crucial for informed decision making. That's why this interactive dashboard was created. This allows users to explore trends, make better decisions, and develop strategies based on reliable data. With this tool, we can gain deeper insights and take more data driven approach to migration related challenges. For this project objectives, we can see that the general objective is to develop an interactive dashboard that optimizes the visualization and analysis of data on Swedish migration. This allowing to make more efficient exploration of demographic trends and patterns through intuitive visualization tools and advanced filters. Some of our specific objectives can be the design of an implemented and standardized database to store the migration information in an efficient way. We can see the other one that is optimize the queries to improve the speed and accuracy of the data analysis for the trends and more how do you say demographic patterns that you can see in the Swedish migration. The other is that this has a design visually appealing, a user-friendly interface with multimedia elements of the museum, such as video, photos, and audios, to make the visitors' experience better. And the last one specific objective is to implement advanced filters to segment data by gender, age, occupation, and geographic location.
Hello, my name is David Lopez, and I am the Scrum Master slash data analyst for this project. I will now introduce the functionalities that we have planned for this. First of all, we want to make this as user-friendly as possible without disregarding information presentation and quality. For this, we opt to use dynamic graphics for demonstration of demographic trends and interactive maps to represent migration distribution. This is to help the user understand the information that is being presented to them in a more friendly manner other than just plain text. We also want to use detailed analysis by several filters such as gender, age, occupation, and location so that the user is able to use these set several filters to match their interests so that the data they are visualizing at the moment is not something they are not interested in, or if they want to make their research quicker and more efficient, that's what they would use. Now we move to the databases. We want to use updated databases to ensure real-time information so that anyone using this information for research purposes is not using anything that is outdated that can be misleading. We also want to add the functionality of exporting graphs and reports in different formats, again, for anyone doing a research that needs these resources. We also want to add the text-to-speech functionality for anyone with an eye condition that makes them not properly able to read or receive any sort of information through their eyes to make this easier for them. Thank you. Now, for the end users, it is basically anyone with an interest in this topic, but we would think that mainly researchers, academics, governmental institutions, non-governmental organizations, media might be the ones that find this information rather valuable. Mainly researchers and academics for their studies, their reports, anything that has to do with migration that they might be working on and researching. We think that this will really help them as a great and reliable source of information. Government institutions for the planning of public policies based on immigration data. Non-governmental organizations, we think that they might find this really valuable as they might use it to create programs for immigrants and their families, and the media for the generation of reports and articles based on verifiable data. And like I said earlier, anyone with an interest in this topic and this subject is welcome to use this platform. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Pedro Soria, and I'm going to talk about the initial mockups of this project. Okay, so for the mockups of this project, we first start with a welcome screen where the user can choose whether they want to see statics about the migration or if they prefer to go to stories of people who migrated. If they choose the statics option, then we show different types of statics. For example, as you can see, there is for this mockup age, gender, and also occupation. But this can change in the future if it is required. Likewise, at the top, you can see a button to go back and another button with a speaker. This is so that people who cannot see can interact with the system by listening to the options and speaking to choose one. These two buttons will always remain in the system so that users can always use them. Okay, for example, if we select the age statics, there will be a graph that is shown with data divided by age range. Also, on one side, there will be like text that can detail this information with percentage, dates, etc. And you can also see that on top there is like an advanced options button, which when clicked, it displays the filters. And you can see for this example, we have the sort by advanced options. We can see that there is location so that the user can select the city uh, that he or she wants to know the statics about. And also there is like a year range so that they can filter it by that, that type of information. And finally, when they select those filters, they confirm and the graph will be updated with these new filters and also the information will be updated. Okay, so what happens if the user doesn't want to see statics and they want to know about the stories? These are the mockups if they choose the second option, that is stories. And now you can see that there will be like a screen displayed with an image of the person and a little information about them so that the user can uh, pick the one that interests him the most so that uh, when clicking it will be like it will display like also like the image of that person, some text that will be like the person talking about his or her story, and also like a map. And the purpose of this map is that it will be interactive. This means that when the person is telling their story, the map will be like moving around the places that that person moved from to their start point to the final destination so that the user can see this in the map.
Now, moving on to the development methodology that we chose for this project, it is an agile methodology called Scrum. We think that this is the one that best attends to the needs and whatever we might see in the future of developing this project. First of all, it has flexibility and adaptability, which means that we can often improve this app, this project based on user feedback constantly. It also requires iterations, which means it has a rate of development. That also means constant updates and functional deliveries. And this everything makes the developing and updating the app way easier than with other methodologies. This also requires continuous collaboration since everyone is working on this project. It This methodology requires for the team to be in constant communication for updates, problem fixing, solving, whatever it is needed. It is constant communication. And Scrum also uses rapid delivery, which means that we can prioritize what we deliver first so that we can improve it over time, again, with user feedback. That will be all for the methodology. Thank you. With this, we conclude our presentation on our project proposal in Migration Statistics Dashboard. Thank you so much for your attention, for your time. If you have any feedback, any questions, feel free to ask. We are all open to feedback. Thank you so much. We hope to hear from you soon.